Utaha of Wednesday Campanella and CENT, formerly of BiSH. I cannot tell you how excited I actually am for this. Now, we've been knowing that these two have been friends for a while because they've had a lot of stuff on like social media, on like their Instagrams and Twitter and things where you've been seeing them hanging out together. And sorry, that's how excited I am. I can't even breathe properly. Need more coffee. I have basically been excited about this because I have been a Wednesday Campanella fan for the longest time. And really, Utaha has been one of the greatest joys in the recent few years. The way that she came into Wednesday Campanella, a group who already was so, they just had such a sound. And she took over years ago and just effortlessly. The way she took over was amazing. It was seamless. It was beautiful. It was the most joyous changing of hands I've ever seen in a group ever. And she has just filled up so many of these songs and so many of these videos with just the amazing character, personality she has. She seems to be a genuinely charming person. But then last year with her solo EP that came out, that was just really great. I was worried when she was going to do a solo EP. It's like, is it going to be as good as the Wednesday Campanella stuff? I'll be honest, of the songs that came out last year, her solo stuff was better than the Wednesday Campanella stuff. And I love Wednesday Campanella, so that's a big thing for me to say. Her solo EP was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed it, full of emotions, but also variations, fun, poppy choruses and everything. And then on the other side, you've got CENT, whose full name, Sentahiro Chichi. It's one of those very BiSH kind of whack names that she's got for her stage presence. I'm so glad that she's shortened it just down to CENT. Now, she was always, to me, one of the most charming things about BiSH. And I'll be honest with you, although I'm always been a Momoko fan, if I was just to say who is my favourite straight singer in BiSH, it would have been CENT. And I know a lot of people are like, surely Aina. I like Aina, yeah, that's fine. But I think Aina's got a very specific voice. It works on some things, not on others. CENT was my favourite just all-rounder of the group vocally. I love her voice. And what really surprised me is since then, you know, when all the members went on to do their own solo things, and a few of them, well, most of them actually did release solo recordings afterwards. Aina, obviously, most notably. Momoko had some really cool songs. But CENT, I think she's the one whose songs I have most actually enjoyed as solo recordings. They've mostly been fairly rock and roll style, but they've just had fantastic melodies that have suited her voice so well. I'm really surprised she hasn't had more attention paid to her work. But then again, I would say the same with Utaha's solo work. These are two people who are very recognizable for their association with bigger acts, Wednesday Campanella and BiSH. And yet what they've done solo has not just been some pale spin-off. They've both been amazing. But I didn't know this song was coming out. Not a word of a lie. I didn't know it was coming out. It came out at 8 o'clock. It's now 8:22. I just did a reaction to a new Polka Dot Stingray song, which I was excited about, but I knew was coming out. This one I didn't know was coming out. And just as I'm finishing up doing the Polka Dot Stingray song, I just sort of refreshed YouTube. Bam. It's like, hey, do you want to check out Bonsai, a new song by Utaha featuring CENT? Yes, I do. So let's check it out right now. How has Utaha only got 11,000 subscribers? What is going on? People, sort it out. Anyway, let's jump straight in with this 3.5 minutes. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this. I'll be honest as always, if it doesn't live up to my lofty expectations, I'll be honest, but I'm just so excited to be listening to this at all. Ooh, funky. Funky pop vibe coming. Hello, Seth. That melodic rap style. It's very smooth. I wasn't expecting this style. And yeah, I'm loving it. It really feels like a local, like a couple of local singers. You know? Phone filters, hanging out in a neighborhood. Pretty sure I know a few of these places. Their voices are surprisingly similar in this song. That bass line. Piano accenting the chords. What a bass adds that little bit of funk underneath. It's so cheerful too. Rooftop, of course. This really feels like just a passion project. They might have had access to a budget, but they just made it honest. You know, even though this chorus is just going round, it's such a feel-good chorus. So feel-good and catchy. Oh, I love that layering. It's the catchiness and the joy, and it's just so nice. These two are just like people whose very presence on camera, on a song, on anything, it just seems to be nothing but bringing joy. You know what I mean? They just seem to bring so much joy to everything that they do. I think that's gorgeous. I really do. Let's just roll some of the credits down here. Wow, that's so lovely. I really enjoyed that. All right, so we need to talk about this a little bit. And do remember, by the way, because again, these two are famous in their own right, but mostly for what they do. Wednesday Campanella and former BiSH member CENT. Go follow their solo stuff because it's great. But let's talk about this song first of all. So, what the song's basically doing on a musical level, it's quite simple, but do you know what? I really love it for that. Now, I've said before, when you have collaborations between two artists, there's a couple of ways this can go. You can have like the Anno and Leela's type of thing, where it really feels like they're just trying to get the most out of each other's sounds and really playing towards sort of like showing the interesting, contrasting differences between their sounds. But then again, you can get some collaborations where it's just about finding a common ground, something that both artists are good at, and allowing them just to vibe and have a very simple kind of form of fun. And that's what this seemed to be. Now, obviously, when I'm thinking of CENT, I'm thinking, like I say, about a lot of those rock and roll songs we've heard recently. This definitely felt more like it was in Utaha's wheelhouse. And obviously, she appears to be the central artist here because it's saying featuring CENT. So it's more of a featurette than a collaboration. But yeah, this definitely feels like it's more in Utaha's sort of wheelhouse, that kind of funky, chilled out, got a bit of a jazz vibe to it, kind of like a very chilled out Wednesday Campanella song, but also somewhat reminiscent of the solo stuff she's done, because the solo stuff she's done has had some of those quite chilled out, quite spaced out, kind of almost ethereal sounding songs in there. So this definitely has Utaha's vibe written all over it. But what was kind of interesting is rather than playing to the musical style that we may be more familiar with hearing CENT on, this plays towards the personality I think they both share, in that the song has this kind of uplifting, melody-focused musicality. They're both singers who can really hold down a melody. CENT, I think, has proven that more than most. And it really does. It's a very uncomplicated arrangement, which allows the melody to rise to the top. But it's also funky enough that you get those kind of melodic rap bits happening in the verse, which is maybe more Utaha's area, but it just shows in the fact their voices work so well together and were surprisingly similar on this song. It just shows how this song really highlights both how versatile they both are, but also how they just have this great ability to just sort of carry a fun, joyful song. If a song's got a fun, joyful feeling, these are two women who just are going to get the most out of it. The chorus is very short, it's very repetitive in a way that is probably going to burrow its way into your brain. But do you know what? Sometimes when a song like this, because it's not like aggressively like sort of pop, 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 you know, because it's kind of got a bit of a chilled vibe and because it's just so joyous, you know, you're hearing, rather than just one person singing a chorus into your ear, you're hearing two people singing together and then it layers up and you've got like four vocals, more vocals. And because it's like that, as a result, it's not going to feel like an aggressively catchy earworm in a sort of a negative way, more just kind of like this nice thing that's going to roll around in your head in a sort of very soothing way. This is definitely a song that's playing to repeat itself in your brain even after you press pause or press stop on it. But I don't think it's in a negative way. I really liked this. I thought this was so much joy. I think the verses were nice. I think the fact that the video did what it did, I mean, that first shot was like a really professional camera, isn't it? It starts off on like a proper professional camera. They're on like some kind of video set. I don't know what was being filmed here. I mean, they've both done TV, so I wonder if they're both on a TV thing or something like that. Anyway, they leave, and then immediately when they leave together, we go straight to just much more normal kind of, okay, it's still a nice camera, but it looks like phone camera stuff for the best part. Now, of course, when you've got something like this where it's being made to look like, I mean, this is quite a nice little shot as well, but this is probably done on a phone camera. It could be, I mean, I'm pretty sure if they wanted to request a bit of budget, they could have done. And, you know, how deliberate it is that they're just running around having fun on their own, I don't know. But I think it was the right choice because, you know, I said this actually when I was talking about Gatrick Spin. I said about Gatrick Spin videos that a lot of the time the best Gatrick Spin videos are the ones where they just go, look, here's a room, be Gatrick Spin. When you've got people who've got really good personalities, you can just kind of let them just go be themselves and it looks good because why complicate something? And when you've got these two, okay, yeah, they're friends, but they don't usually perform together. So you put them together and you get so much joy. Why complicate it by throwing in like a concept for the music video? Why not just send them out into the world and let them do this? And I think that's what's happened. Sorry, my phone keeps on beeping. Oh, stop phone. Are you telling me that this song's come out? It is telling me, it's telling me that Anno's got something. Anno's got a song coming out and what? I was just talking about Anno. Anno's got a song premiering in 30 minutes apparently. Bloody hell, it's like, you can't catch a break with this, can you? All these fantastic songs coming out at the same time. I am honestly really charmed by this. I thought this was lovely. Again, uncomplicated, fun. They knew the concept. You had two people who were obviously friends and it just shows. And the song, yes, is it some sort of complex piece of art? No, this is like an ode to friendship. This is kind of like the way that a song between two friends should be. Just the two of them, just with a simple beat that suits both of their voices, singing a song that clearly they're both enjoying, that's catchy, that's going to stay with you. I just like the vibe of this. I really like the vibe of this. I think it's got a great feel to it. And yeah, what cheerful stuff, you know? Really cheers you up. Love it. Utaha, CENT, awesome stuff. And I'm loving seeing that rolling up and up and up in the corner. Fantastic. Anyway, go check them out. Like I say, remember that they're both solo artists. Respect their solo careers. Follow them. Show them a lot of love. If you like even tiny bit like this, definitely go give them both a bit of support. They might be famous names, but they are starting out solo careers where they don't have a huge amount of support. So please go make sure that if you like them, you're giving them that support as well. All right. As always, get in the comments as well. Tell me what you think. If you want to, you can like and subscribe to this channel as well. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.